Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Deniz from Deniz World of Bodybuilding. This will be a top 6 Arnold Classic prediction kind of thing, and I want to clarify some things before I go into the guys who will place in there. And the thing is, guys, the Arnold Classic last year was not very competitive. You can see on the screen right now the scoreboard of the Mr. Olympia last year, and you will see that the winner of the Arnold Classic was 10th place at the Olympia, and second place of the Arnold Classic last year, rest in peace, he's dead, Dallas McCarver, and the third place. So after Dallas, the next place at the Arnold's last year was Max Charles, who got 13th place at the Olympia. After that, Lionel Wiecki, who got which placement did Lionel got? Did he even compete there? Yeah, 11th place. So what I want to say is every guy outside of the winner last year was out of the top 10 in the Olympia last year, and the guy who won the Arnolds was 10th place at the Olympia. That wouldn't be a common thing back then. Now it used to get common, but this year it's different. This year we have a great lineup. You can check the lineup this year. It is packed with guys like Lionel Wiecki, William Bonac, Dexter Jackson, Cedric McMillan, Roelly Winklaar, and Dennis Wolf. And those 6 guys I just mentioned, Lionel, William, Dexter, Cedric, Dennis, and Roelly, these will be in the top 6. I'm pretty sure of that. The thing is, and which makes this contest way more interesting, at the Olympia I kinda can say how the end result will be like, okay? Because I checked the last year's scoreboard and everything like that. But at the Arnolds, I really don't know, or I'm not sure how they will score. Because when you go through the second place at the Olympia last year, you will see the second place after Big Ramy. You will see that it was William Bonac who got 3rd place, but and Cedric got 10th place. So rationally, you would say, okay, William will win this easily, but I don't see William. I don't see a classic bodybuilder type, like, you know, the winner, like an Arnold Classic winner in William Bonac. He's short, he has a small structure, small frame, so I don't know if they will place him ahead of Cedric. I think this year Cedric will definitely have a hard time, because last year he had an easy game. The only opponent was Dallas, and that was it. And Dallas was even, you know, a rookie kind of thing, so it wasn't like a veteran, or, you know, a guy who was, and with veteran I mean a guy who was competing for a long time. So I really think that Cedric will have a hard time this year to win the Arnold Classic. That's my opinion. You can tell me your opinion, of course, in the comments. And I really think that Dexter could win the contest. Okay, Dexter could win the contest this year. He won it several times. He's the guy who won the most pro contests ever, who won the most Arnold Classic titles ever. He is 48 years of age, so if he's looking like he looked at the Olympia, I don't know. I think in prejudging or something, he didn't look nearly as good as in the finals, if I'm right, if I remember it right. But if he is like he was on the Olympia last year, on his better day, so to say, I think he probably will win it. Okay, it wouldn't be a new thing. He's a aesthetic kind of guy. He has great lines, great symmetry, structure. That's it. I don't think that Cedric would have a chance, if I'm honest. I don't think that Cedric will be as conditioned as Dexter, and when they step next to each other, you will see a clear difference between Cedric's swimming bath conditioning next to Dexter Jackson razor blade conditioning. Speaking about conditioning, Deniz Wolf makes a comeback, and the thing with Deniz is the only footage we have is from 7 to 7.5 weeks out from the Arnold Classic, where he was like 10 to 15 pounds lighter than usual. And you will see those 10 to 15 pounds on stage. But he wanted to grow into the contest. I don't know how exactly the end product is right now, because he grew into it and he definitely got bigger. You even see it in a t-shirt. Now he looks significantly bigger than 7 weeks out. So his plan was going right. He didn't gain new muscle mass. He regained what he had. So it's a memory effect kind of thing. And he's tall, having a great structure. He always has that razor blade conditioning. So speaking about conditioning, I think he will maybe even have the best conditioning on the whole Arnold Classic field. Maybe even better than Dexter. I think those two guys will have the best conditioning. So it's a mass thing. If he's too light, if he's lacking mass, he won't win. But if he is looking great, he could place in the top 3. In Germany, the guys who are voicing their opinion, they said things like top 5, top 6, so 5th place, 6th place. But I even go as high as top 3. Okay, so 3rd place, 1st Dexter, 2nd Cedric, 3rd Deniz Wolf. Now William Bonner comes into the game. William could be 4th place in my direction, but at the end he could even be as high as 2nd place or even win. It's a matter of scoring, how you judge those guys. If you go through the Mr. Olympia judging, William will probably win, right? He got ahead of Dexter, but the Arnold Classic seems to be a little different thing. You remember the best Arnold Classic champions like Cavalaroni, Flex Wheeler, Dexter Jackson. Those were always guys with a great aesthetic, stretch and symmetry. When you look at the best, when you remember the best Mr. Olympia winners, you will remember huge guys like Dorian Yates, Ronnie Coleman, so on. So it was always a little different, in my opinion, the Arnold and the Olympia, which is a good thing. Next guy, Roelly Winklaar. The thing with Roelly is, speaking about upper body mass, I think he will be enormous and he will look incredible, and it will look like almost unbelievable, because he's such a mass monster. He's such a freak. He wasn't always a freak, but the thing with him was, back then, in off-season he was always a freak, but on stage he lost a lot of muscle mass going through the contest prep. But it seems like now he managed to hold most of the mass he has in off-season, so he looks enormous, especially with those definition and conditioning he has on stage. But he's a freak. I don't know if they want a freak as an Arnold Classic champion. His upper body is way better, overshadow his legs. He doesn't have that great legs, in my opinion. That's why he's always showing his upper body. If you're checking his post, he never shows his legs. He's always showing his upper body, kind of like Kevin Levrone. But this video is not about Kevin Levrone. He will not compete at the Ohio Arnolds. So I definitely see Roelly in the top 6, but I see more like 5th or 4th or 5th place, because I judge through aesthetics and conditioning. That's what I judge. I don't think he will have the best conditioning on stage, and he definitely is not the most aesthetic guy on stage. If I would do an Olympia prediction, my placements would be a little different. Now we come to Lionel Bayiki. He's definitely one of the most aesthetic guys on that stage. But he never, and this picture is like filtered and everything. The thing with Lionel is that he always looks like he's in off season. I know people who just saw his face, at the Olympia conference, and they were like, okay, he won't be in conditioning, and he wasn't. He looks like he's in off season and he's preparing for a guest posing or type of thing. And I know that in the preparation, it's always the guys who are heavily gifted with genetics. It seems like they are the more lazy guys because they rely on genetics, okay? But the guy who will work extremely hard, he won't have the best structure on stage, but he will have a way better conditioning that will look superior to the guy who has the great genetics. So like Dorian says many times, hard work beats talent. Hard work beats talent if talent doesn't work hard. And I don't think it would be a surprise. If Lionel, he would be the surprise guy of the contest if he wouldn't nail his all-time best conditioning, which I don't think is very possible, but it would be interesting. So for me, I don't think that Cedric will win again if he's having the conditioning he had last year. So let's start with the placements again. Dexter first, Cedric's second, Deniz Wolf third, fourth place William Bonac, fifth place Roelly Winklaar, sixth place Lionel Bayiki. Right, I know that this is a way different opinion than many other had on their top 6 predictions, but that's my opinion. Subscribe to my channel. I will do a video where I post a link of the Arnold Classic live stream and of course many other stuff going into the contest. So subscribe to my channel, give it a thumb up if you like that prediction, if you found it interesting. Bye.